If you thought pulling out a ukulele and singing an original song was the craziest way you could apologize for being a pedophile, well, the king of commentary, Cody Ko, is here to prove you wrong. Hi, I'm Hassan. Welcome back to the show where your bad days are your best stories. Let's talk about Cody Ko. About 2 months ago, clips started surfacing of Tana Mongeau's podcast Canceled, as well as her live show, where she's alleging that Cody Ko and her hooked up and that he had a tiny little wiener.
Who's the smallest you've ever had sex with?
Oh my God, no one look at me, Cody Ko. I can say that. I was literally 17, I can say that.
Pretty interesting allegations, you know, like he's got a tiny wiener. Oh, wait, that's not what's controversial about this. What's controversial about this? Oh, well, when they hooked up, Cody was 25 years old and Tana was 17. This isn't like Cody has a tiny wiener. This is Cody's a pedophile. Okay. That's great. I'm not a lifelong Cody Ko fan. I didn't pay money to go to a meet and greet in 2019. No, this isn't a part of my personality. It's going to shatter my existence. Let's talk about it. I bet you're wondering, if these allegations were swirling around 2 months ago, why are we talking about it now? It's because this incredible YouTuber D'Angelo Wallace decided to make a video called An Uncomfortable Conversation with Cody Ko, highlighting the whole story. Right before he uploaded this video, he uploaded a little community post and picture, and look who's that? Oh, is that me? It's me and D'Angelo Wallace. Oh my God, we're the same height. Look how cute. We look so cute together. Back to the topic. The video further highlights what Tana Mongeau said. Obviously, all of these were allegations, and D'Angelo decided to really go through the weeds and pull out some receipts. He found this now deleted podcast clip from Gabby Hanna, where she actually tells the story, being an anonymous YouTuber, 25 years old, went after a minor after he warned her, and it kind of blew the whole story open.
One time, I told a guy, I saw him making out with a girl at a party who was underage, and I pulled him aside and I was like, hey man, you probably don't know. I know she looks a little older. She's underage. Watch it. And he's like, oh my God, thank you for telling me. And then he
that little clip of evidence entirely validates Tana's entire story.
There was a situation with Gabby Hanna at a Playlist Live where she pulled him aside and told him yo, she's 17. And then we still went and hooked up.
So you saw from that clip, Tana paints a story of how she was 17 years old and a 25-year-old Cody Ko at a Playlist Live hooks up with her, literally committing statutory that's in Florida. Double check the age of consent, since a bunch of weirdos on Twitter like to get angry about that. Literally statutory rape, even in the state that it occurred, which feels insane to have to qualify, but it's the internet and people seem to need me to qualify that. That's incredibly damning. This clip came out years ago, and it's exactly word for word, beat for beat, what Tana had said. D'Angelo talks about how people seem to really love Cody Ko, and that's why they weren't quick to jump on these allegations like they did for Dr. Disrespect just a few weeks ago when he was canceled for literally being also a pedophile. It's crazy that it seems the second you get on camera and our internet personality, you decide that's going to be the direction. Kids, woohoo! I don't know. What the is wrong with these people? They were quick to jump on Dr. Disrespect. They weren't quick to jump on Cody Ko because he's a well-loved figure, and Tana Mongeau's objectively a well-hated figure throughout the industry. Her podcast is literally called Canceled for that reason. I personally have never been a Tana Mongeau fan. I don't like the shock jock hypersexualized content that she's made for a long time, but that doesn't matter in this conversation. She's the victim, and people don't seem to understand that, and D'Angelo did a really good job of highlighting that narrative. I've loved Cody Ko for years. Earlier I showed this picture of me in 2019. That's a very pivotal moment of my life and my career. Meeting him honestly excited me so much about content creation. I think at the time I had 100,000 followers on TikTok, and I would go on to grind and make that my full-time job. I have 6 million followers on there, and I have a full YouTube career, and a lot of it was having this meeting. He's objectively a big part of what made me me. That said, this is disgusting and deplorable, and I'm so thankful for D'Angelo Wallace blowing this whole story wide up. D'Angelo makes this video, it's popping, everyone's talking about it, it's trending on Twitter, and Cody decides it's time to respond. That's right. Instead of being at home with his beautiful wife, Kelsey, and his 7-month-old baby, he decided it's more important to be grinding his fucking career, his real career, not YouTube, not comedy tours and podcasts that he's made millions of dollars on. No, his most important career, being a DJ in Las Vegas. Cody Ko, Cody. Baffling that this is what this man is up to. Cody's wife, Kelsey, has all of her comments turned off on all of her platforms because they're literally all about how her husband is a pedophile. And he's done nothing to clear his name. I feel like I'm living in some fucked up alternate dimension where all these people are chanting this man's name 1 week after these allegations have been made so public.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And then look at Cody, he's hitting Oh, fucking DJ dance. I'm fucking DJ Cody Ko. Oh shit, this is crazy. Insanity that he's doing this. Insanity that he's busy on the grind. I tweeted about it and some people replied,
you know, he probably has a contract and he's doing a residency. He can't just breach the contract, he'd get in trouble.
And motherfucker needs to get in trouble then. That's that. He's also a multi-millionaire. So yeah, it breaches contract and then he doesn't get other DJing gigs. Oh no, he's still a multi-fucking millionaire. What are we even on about? And also, grinding being a DJ? Cody abandoned his family in the midst of all this chaos to do a job that a fucking Spotify playlist does better. It's a little weird that he's in Las Vegas grinding his DJ career when the only thing he's used to grinding on is children. Here's an actual clip of Cody Ko confronting Tana Mongeau.
First, you try to cancel me, victimize an innocent man, because I guess that's just cool to do to white guys nowadays. But joke's on you. Me Too's over, sweetheart. It didn't work. Wah, wah, wah.
Just kidding. He isn't interested in confrontation or conversation or responsibility. He's busy doing DJ stuff, and in the interim, the Cody Ko Unfiltered subreddit has been cooking. And this very disturbing fact has been unearthed. This isn't a one-off situation for him. This is a pattern of behavior. Before we dive deep in the subreddit, I want to go ahead and make sure I say that these are allegations. They're to be taken with a grain of salt until proven true, but they don't really look that great. So on the subreddit, there's a post titled, "He Dated a High Schooler." I've religiously watched Cody Ko since Vine and have a vivid memory of him dating a high schooler. Him and his frat friend group would hang out with a bunch of teen girls and they'd sometimes appear in his videos. There was one girl he'd be with one-on-one in his Vines, which people speculated he was dating at the time. I remember looking into it and was surprised to see she was like 17 and he was in his mid-20s. He still follows the high schoolers on Instagram. They're in his old YouTube vlogs. Feel like I'm the only one who remembers this. Edit. This is the video of him with the girl when she was 24. Here's a photo of them in April of 2015. She is 17 and did not yet graduate high school.
Oh, it didn't work.
Kinda.
Fuck. Damn it!
This Vine right here is Cody Ko at 24 years old with his then 17-year-old girlfriend. Allegedly. First of all, really weird Vine. Cody Ko is known as this monolith in the commentary space, but on Vine, he just kind of made fuckboy videos. Here's a clip from D'Angelo's video where he says the N-word.
5 nigga, 6 nigga, 7 nigga, 8 nigga, 9 nigga.
But let's talk more about this clip of him and this girl. She's 17 at this time. He's a whopping 24 years old, only 1 year before he assaults Tana. Allegedly. That video wasn't just a one-off. It's very clear in this image that these guys have a relationship. They are dating. This 24-year-old man and this 17-year-old girl. Allegedly. And for those of you who are like, that's not that weird, blah, 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 blah. My parents met in the Cold War when my dad was 57 and my mom was 16 and it's all cool and we're all happy. Shut the fuck up. Your dad was a bad person. Let's talk about the mindset of a 17-year-old. A 17-year-old is 1 year removed from their first McDonald's job and their driver's license. A 24-year-old is potentially done getting a master's degree from college. This is a fully formed, fully fledged adult. Now, you go way down the line and you're, say, 57 and 50, not really a big deal. You're in a very similar chapter of life. But I'm 25 right now, and let me let you know. Let me look in the camera, eye to eye, person to person. The fuck am I gonna do talking to a fucking 20-year-old? I can't even hold a conversation with a 20-year-old, let alone have a whole ass relationship. That's fucking crazy. What do I have in common with a 20-year-old? That's 5 years removed. And Cody decided, oh no, 20-year-old, those guys are in college. Too old for my blood. I want kids. Give me kids. I'm Kitty Ko. Don't fucking put Kitty Ko in there. He's just weird. It's fucking weird. It's a weird thing that he's doing, but he's in a relationship with this girl. Allegedly. Another disturbing thing in D'Angelo's video is where he highlights Cody's bad behavior in platforming his friend Colby. Colby went to school with Cody over at Duke and has this old allegation, if you guys want to read this here. Yeah, you read that right. Cody Ko not only is doing this bad behavior himself where he's hooking up with Tana Mongeau at his grown-ass age, but he's also putting people on that are literal alleged rape. This other girl who is a classmate, she has a post commemorating 19th birthday on 5/23/2016, which kind of carbon dates this whole situation as how we kind of know that this is how old they all are at this time. This highlights a very disgusting, very disturbing pattern of behavior with him. This isn't a one-time deal. This is something that Cody does. Here's a clip that, with the information we have now, is very fucking weird.
Speaking of Cody, we got a documentary about Cody ready to go right here.
Good night, Ben.
Look, we'll see how far we get in on this, but we got the Cody Ko documentary right here. I know Cody and Kelsey are gonna come upside my head. They're gonna call me on all the fuckery with this. We're gonna see how deep we can get into this.
From the sounds of it, Noel and Kelsey knew that Cody likes young girls and has a history of dating young girls. Allegedly. While that's not explicitly said, it's very clearly the subtext here. Here's a clip where they jokingly talk about how weird it would be to be 25 hanging out with a bunch of 16-year-olds in school, and they both agree that it is a very weird situation.
The fuck? Could you imagine being 25 sitting in classes pretending you're 16?
God damn, dude.
Just learning about like the periodic table and shit.
Oh my god.
You're like, yeah. Oh, gold. Girls being like, hey, you're on varsity, right? And you're like, oh, listen.
I can't
Listen,
talk
this
to
is
you.
this
isn't a good idea.
I'm here for business reasons. Okay,
So again, we're getting into the mind of Cody Ko where it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. He thinks it's weird and he has nothing in common with children, but he likes to fuck them. Now, most incriminating of all these clips that I'm going to show you is this one, where Cody Ko and Noel Miller are talking about how Jerry Seinfeld's a weirdo.
pedophiles. I just assume past a certain threshold of money, I just assume all these guys are pedophiles. If I'm being fucking honest, I feel like I want to know the number where a rich guy converts to a pedophile. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it's like,
It just seems like a certain.
they're like, what else can we experience?
Yes, yeah. It seems like past a certain amount of money and power, like, I can't like prove it, but I mean, Drake had enough to at least flirt with a 16-year-old and like date one. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even
Jerry Seinfeld?
know. Oh, fucking yeah.
That shit?
Yeah, you got to straight up
He publicly dated
a teenager.
for like a while.
Took her to a baseball
16,
game.
what, something like that?
Yeah, 17. He was like,
Publicly. And he was
Yeah.
like 50.
Did you guys catch that? Did you catch that? Cody said, publicly dating a 15-year-old, a 16-year-old, a 17-year-old? What do you mean publicly? You do that in private. You do that in the back of the playlist live. What the fuck? He says publicly, and that's what he's confused about. He's like, dude, Jerry Seinfeld, why aren't you better at covering your fucking tracks, dude? I love sleeping with little girls. Allegedly. I made a video 2.5 years ago talking about how Cody Ko and Noel Miller aren't really friends. Cody wasn't at Noel's wedding, and it kind of started a stir of comments being like, wait, are you guys not best friends in real life? Which is kind of confirmed, non-confirmed that they aren't. And I talked about how in many popular dynamics that ends up being the case, and that it was the case with Drake and Josh. And then I said this, like, are they actually friends, right? Is this like a Drake and Josh situation where on camera they were dynamite, right? But then Drake didn't get invited to Josh's wedding, and then Drake gets allegations after they make up, so the whole Drake and Josh dynamic is over forever. Is it like that, but not the ending part where, where Drake Bell goes to prison? Aged like milk, or maybe I'm omniscient. Maybe I called it before I even knew. Cody was a creep. Yeah, he's a regular Drake Bell. So maybe I was onto something back in 2022. Since Cody's refusal to respond to the allegations, lots of other creators have been asked to say something about it. We open with Brittany Broski's wonderful response, where Brittany says, I'm crushed to learn about the Cody Ko allegations. If it's proven to be true, then that's extremely upsetting as a collaborator and longtime fan. I find all of this disturbing, inappropriate, and just flat out disappointing. First of all, if proven to be true, after D'Angelo's video, what more fucking proof do you need? This is as true as it gets. Allegedly. And also the statement, collaborator and longtime fan, you're a friend of his. You're objectively a friend of his. So a lot of the internet gave Brittany a whole bunch of shit, rightfully so, for this kind of stupid brain-dead statement from her. She went on to take down her Royal Court video with Cody, which I think is kind of the only collaboration that's on her channel of the two of them. In D'Angelo's video, he specifically talks about how there are certain genre of commentary YouTubers that talk about drama that jumped on the Dr. Disrespect train when that was going on and haven't said anything about Cody Ko because he's a more liked figure. That's why D'Angelo took it upon himself to make this video in the first place, because no big commentary YouTuber with over 1 million subscribers said anything about it, barring the H3 podcast. So once D'Angelo makes the call out, Moist Critical Charlie immediately jumps to covering the news. A little bit confused as to why he didn't cover it sooner. He's kind of always on the pulse of YouTube, the pulse of the internet, knowing what people are talking about. So I find it strange he didn't say anything. I know they've done a collab together, so maybe he was hesitant because of that. But I do find that weird because he was uploading daily, bi-daily videos on Dr. Disrespect when that was going on. But thankfully, he finally said something about it and he stood up for what was right. The other person I think of immediately in that genre of YouTuber is Ludwig. Ludwig has a channel called Mogul Mail where he covers news and drama and all sorts of things. He covered the sketch situation that recently happened, and he covered a ton of the Dr. Disrespect coverage. But when it comes to Cody Ko, he doesn't seem to directly say a single word about it. He even did a video where he was calling YouTubers for advice, and during the stream, he called Cody Ko, and on the video you can see his editors worked really hard to keep Cody Ko's face and picture out of the video. So objectively, Ludwig knows this is wrong. In fact, here's a clip of him on somebody's stream saying that he thinks the Cody Ko situation's weird.
I, for one, think that what sketch did was fine.
Yeah. Do you think?
Nah, because I actually think what Cody Ko did was weird.
No, I agree. Nobody thinks that what Cody Ko did wasn't weird.
Obviously, it's a very tricky subject to be talking about people that you're fans of and that you've worked with. It's a tricky thing. That said, I do find it weird that Ludwig didn't say anything about this. In D'Angelo Wallace's video, he doesn't target all commentary YouTubers. He specifically cites people who cover drama and cover internet news, as well as people who are longtime collaborators of Cody Ko. So it's weird to me when the DMs and replies of other commentary YouTubers who have nothing to do with the situation and have nothing to do with Cody Ko are feeling obligated to respond. Jarvis Johnson, for one, was getting a myriad of DMs about this, and he put out a statement. That statement read that these Cody Ko allegations are serious and the actions described are disgusting. He needs to respond immediately. It's absolutely necessary for us to listen to victims, period, platform or not, and regardless of personal feelings towards them, we must treat these claims seriously. Also, to respond to a number of DMs I've received, despite occupying similar genres online, I don't know Cody Ko as a person outside of his content, and we have never and will never work together. Pretty solid statement that doesn't even feel necessary. Well, it went on to get him even more heat from people saying, "Oh, this is just a tweet. This is just an Instagram story. When are you gonna make a whole YouTube video about it?" So Jarvis and Jordan Adika sat down and made a YouTube video about it where they speak on it, and I think that they handled the situation really well. And it's not just Jarvis Johnson. My friend Chad, literally one of the biggest female creators in the commentary industry, who has never had anything to do with Cody Ko, is getting comments like this. Chad got a comment on an Instagram post that I'm in, sleeping on this little Mickey puppet. Look at me, I'm all tuckered out from VidCon, and the comment read, "Thank you for unfollowing Cody Ko. Please release a statement. @Jarvis released an incredible one." What? First of all, Chad was never following Cody Ko to begin with. Second of all, is this what we're doing now? We all need to release public statements when somebody adjacent to us in our field does something? Yes, we need to call out people like Noel Miller should release a fucking statement. Tiny Meat Gang, the company, should release a statement. But the podcast, I don't know if you guys know, but there's this incredible podcast with a creator named Enya in it that had just signed with TMG, and they've pulled out of it. Those people release statements. Chad has nothing to do with any of this. That's like me working at a company in the US in their marketing department, and somebody in their Spain branch in manufacturing says some off-color comment, and I release a statement disavowing that. How does that make any sense? Yes, we all make YouTube videos. Yes, we all get paid by Google. But other than that, if we're not friends, we're not friends. Not all of us know each other. It's important to keep this conversation moving. I think it's less important to be calling out people that have nothing to do with the situation and trying to get them to release statements. Chad has never made drama YouTube. Chad's never made a video about an ongoing topic like Dr. Disrespect. Ludwig and Charlie, they do that shit all the time. Atozi does that shit all the time. Drama Alert does that shit all the time. So many people do it all the time. Just because they're a commentary YouTuber doesn't mean they should be saying something about this. So if I want to leave you on one note, it's something that Eddie Burback actually said on this panel we did at VidCon. It was me, him, D'Angelo Wallace, Chad, Funky Frogbait, and Bose. And Eddie Burback said not to put anybody on the internet on a pedestal. You don't know these people. All you know is the persona they want you to know about them. All these people are just regular people that happen to have a follower count attached to their name. Now, I think they should be held to a fucking higher standard. We should hold them to that. But as fans, we should temper our expectations when talking about them and having consideration for them. The love of Cody Ko made these Tanamojo allegations be swept under the rug for years. And then for months recently, and now finally we're getting a spotlight on it, but it took other creators to do it. We chose not to listen to this victim. Despite all of their actions and things that you disagree with, they are the victim in this scenario. And despite all the things you love that Cody Ko has done over the years, he is a monster. He's a fucked up individual, and if it wasn't clear by his actions, it should be very clear by what he's doing instead. Fucking DJing in Las Vegas! Like, it should be super clear that he's not a person to be cared about and trusted. And time again, people on the internet let us down. Let's stop letting them do that to us. I'll be back to regularly scheduled videos of nonsense and stuff real soon, but I felt like we had to have this conversation because it's insane. It's insane that somebody who I honestly admired so much has come around and been such a massive piece of shit, but you live and you learn. And guys, I'm Hassan. These videos are about anything that I want them to be about, but most importantly, they're about your bad days being your best stories. Cody Ko is having a couple bad days, and I don't know if they're going to turn around and be best stories, but you know what? That's his problem, not mine. If you like me talking about stuff and doing random weird things like, I don't know, taking several edibles and seeing Madam Web every day for a week, you should subscribe to this channel. And until then, I'm Hassan. Your bad days are your best stories, and I'll see you next time.
All aboard the toxic gossip train, chugging down the tracks of misinformation.
I'm going to pre-record the word allegedly, just put it everywhere where things need to be alleged. Allegedly.